I got a story time. So I went on a date with this nigga from Philly, right? We go to like one of these little bars. I met him earlier in the day. He said he wanted to go on a date. So I'm like, all right, I ain't got nothing else to do. We can go on this date. So he picked 8 o'clock. I ended up getting there at like 8:30 because I was running late. He texted me. He going in the building. So I'm parking my car. I get out my car. I go to walk up to the place. Y'all, the man is not in the place. But when I was walking up, I literally seen him on the corner, but I wasn't going to say nothing because I'm just like, he said he was in the building. So I'm thinking he really in the building. Maybe that's somebody else. So I'm in the building. I'm literally watching him across the street. And I'm texting him. He like, I'm in the building. Y'all, he's not in the building. He's standing across the street next to the pole. So I'm like, is he cool? He's still saying he across the street. Y'all, he was not. He's still saying he in the building. He was across the street. So I'm like, something's funny about this man already. That was his strike one. Y'all, so after that, I'm sitting in there. He finally come in. And I'm like, you literally was just texting me. You text me 3 different times saying you was in the building and you walking through the door. And I'm watching you walk through the door. So he sit down, mind you. He older, but I don't know it yet. He looked young. Like, he looked like he was my age. So I'm thinking he's my age. I never asked him his age. Mind you, we just met that day. So he sit down at the table. The bartender come up. She talking about, hey, Mike. I said, wait. I don't like going places where the man know the bartender. You're not about to let you're not about to put something in my drink. No. So when she walked up talking about, hey, Mike, gave him a hug, I said, wait, what is this? I said, how you know her? She gonna say, oh, he's one of my regulars. I said, no. You took me somewhere you usually go? Okay. So, first thing, he orders a double shot of Henny. Nothing in it, just a double shot of Henny. Not even on ice. So I said, this is about to be a long night for me. We sitting there. And I keep looking at him because I'm like, you're not going to order no... That's the first thing you ordering? A double shot of Henny? Like, he had a long day. So, he like, do you want to order a drink? I said, no, I don't want to order no drink. After you gave her a hug and she walked up to my, hey, Mike, I don't want no drink. I don't want no food. I don't want anything. And she was white and she stank. So, I'm looking like, he told me, why you keep looking at me like that? I said, because what you got going on? Why would you bring me somewhere you always go? He like, I just thought you would like it here. No, I don't actually. So then he's talking about, how old are you? So I tell him how old I am. So then I say, well, how old are you? He's talking about he's 53. I said, well, you're not even in your 40s, let alone 30s, let alone 20s. You too old for me. Mind you, I'm looking at his eyes, y'all. He took drugs before he came in here. Like, how I seen him earlier was not how I see him at this table. Like, it looked like something was in him. Something had him. He was possessed. So he keep his eyes like this. And I'm like, are you okay? He's talking about, after I seen you earlier when we met, I went to brunch. Mimosas do that to you? Your eyes is bloodshot red. So he like, why you keep asking me questions? I said, because I'm really trying to figure out, like, are you cool? You literally just was telling me that you was in the building when you was outside standing next to the pool and I watched you walk across the street and come sitting at this table. 2, you just hugged the server and she talking about, hey, Mike, and you order a double shot of Henny. What? This not the life I'm trying to live. That double shot of Henny to get me slapped. Kept off. I'm like, alright, let me just relax because I can be a little uptight sometimes. So I relax a little bit. He's talking about, you sure you don't want to order nothing? I said, you know what, I will order something. I said, I'm going to order me some calamari and mozzarella sticks with a strawberry lemonade, extra ice. because lemonade be a little dry sometimes. My food come. He don't order no food. Y'all, the nigga sat there and ate all my mozzarella sticks. Was double dipping in my sauce. I'm looking at him like, whole time, after I ate one mozzarella stick and I see him going in, I just sat there and I looked at him like this. I'm disgusted. So then, he's talking about, when do you want to have a baby? I said, I just met you earlier. Why are you asking me that? You think you getting some cutty tonight? He's talking about order a drink because you too tight right now. I said, ooh. I'm not ordering shit. I said, I'm not ordering nothing. So then he start grabbing my hand and I go like this. I'm like, why do you have to touch me? Like, I'm just meeting this man. Why are you touching me? He like, what is wrong with you? Like, what is wrong with you? So he go, what is wrong with you? I look at him like this. I mean, I am uptight because how he's acting. So when he got in my face, he jumped across the table and said, what is wrong with you? I said, okay. I'm a little scared. Back the fuck up. He went back up. He was just lunged over the table like this. And I'm like, this ain't gonna work. So I text one of my friends and I said, call me now. She knew to call me now. So she calls me and I'm like, oh, I gotta answer this call real quick. He said, no, you're not going nowhere. I said, excuse me? I don't know who dad this was that day, but he was tripping out, yo. He was tripping so bad. I said, you don't check me? Give me 1 minute. I gotta go to the bathroom. So I get to go to the bathroom, y'all. This man, when I peeked out the bathroom, his head was down on the table like he was asleep. I creep over to the table. He's snoring. I said, did I come out with a fiend? Like, I couldn't have been this desperate for a date that I came out with a fiend. So then, I creep back to the bathroom. When I go back to the bathroom, my friend is like, you need to run. I said, but I don't know how I'm going to run because the way the place was set up, you could see at every angle of the restaurant. Like, if he lifted his head up at one point, he was going to see that I was going. Y'all. So, I'm like, friend, I'm going to try to run. Because if I don't run, this man's going to do something to me tonight. Like, y'all, when I tell you he was serious when he jumped in my face and said what he said, that scared the hell out of me. My arm hairs was lifted. My antennas was up. So, when she told me to run, y'all, it took everything in me. The whole restaurant seen this shit. I ran out the bathroom. I ran down the steps. Flew out the door. When I flew out the door, y'all, why the fuck my charger, the base piece to my charger dropped on the floor? Security like, you dropped your base piece. You dropped your base piece. I said, no. I run back to get my base piece. When I went to go grab my base piece, y'all, he got to the door. But he wasn't at the door that my base piece dropped at. He was at the door where he could get to the point it was a long hall that you would have to get to, but he could see me outside the door. So I grabbed the base piece and I started booking it to my car. Like, I'm out. Like, when I tell y'all it was fire up under my feet, I was running so fast away from this man like I seen the devil in his face, yo. When I get to my car, I'm trying to unlock my door. Shit, I'm clicking the lock button instead of the unlock button. So once I finally click the unlock button, I get in my car, y'all. I sit in my car. The man is walking up to my car. Mind you, had to be like 6'5". I said, no, I gotta get this. Y'all, I started hitting the cars that was in back of me and in front of me, because you know South Philly tight as shit. Them parking spots tight as shit. I was like, no, God, just get me out of here, y'all. I ain't stopping no stop signs. I took my ass home, blocked him, never talked to him ever again. I was too scared. I wanted to cry. Like, I was so scared. I thank God to this day I got away from that man. He was on drugs.